Attio streamlines CRM tasks for team collaboration and data management. Let's begin by exploring uploading a profile picture. Upload your profile picture by clicking the button. Next, wait for the upload to complete. Then, view your uploaded image. Moving forward, let's see how inviting a team member is done. Enter your team member's email. Next, choose a role. Then pick Admin from the options. Finally, confirm the role change to Admin. Now let's explore the next topic, collapsing sidebar. Start with the sidebar visible. Next, hover over the icon to see Collapse Sidebar. Then, enjoy the expanded view for more content. Now let's explore the next topic, switching view. Start on the Companies page. Next, open the View selector. Then, see the filtered list by region. Coming up next, we'll dive into adding to favorites. On the company's dashboard, select the menu next to your view. Next, choose Add to Favorites. Then, the view is marked as Favorite. Finally, explore the company list. Coming up next, we'll dive into renaming a view. Select Rename from this menu. Next, edit the title field. Then, click Save. Finally, the view is renamed successfully. Following this, we'll move on to adding an attribute column. Start by clicking the Add Column button. Next, pick an attribute from the drop-down. Then choose Domains. After that, click the Create Column button. The table now shows a new Domains column. Moving on, click to add another column. Finally, see the table with more columns like Employee Range and Connection Strength. After this, let's walk through sorting companies. Start by viewing your company list. Next, select an attribute to sort by. Then set Record ID as the sort attribute. After that, modify the sort order to descending. Moving on, add a second sort level. Choose Last Interaction as the next attribute. Next, save the sorting configuration. Finally, your list is sorted by Record ID and Last Interaction. Following this, we'll move on to filtering companies. Start by clicking the Filter button to refine your company list. Next, pick Employee Range from the drop-down. Then, select a condition for filtering. After that, choose Less Than from the options. Moving on, pick a range value. Now choose 1K, 5K from the list. Finally, view the filtered companies matching your criteria. Right next, let's check out exporting a view. Start by clicking the Import/Export button. Next, select Export View as CSV. Then, wait as the export is prepared. After that, watch for the download to begin. Finally, receive confirmation that the export is complete. In the next section, we'll explore how selecting attributes works. Map the first name column. Next, pick a system attribute. Then map last name similarly. Finally, proceed to review your mappings. Coming up next, we'll dive into resolving issues import. Review the first name data. Select the last name column. Correct the domain for homes. Add the new domain. The domain is corrected. Select the department column. Map the R&D tag. Search for a category. Map R&D to market research. Map the sales tag. Choose consulting and professional services. All values are mapped. Click Continue to proceed. After this, let's walk through creating a company. Start by adding a new record from the company's list. Next, fill out the inline form with the company details. Then, click to create the company. Moving on, set the team for the company. After that, select a team member from the drop-down list. Next, add categories by clicking the field. Type to search and select the appropriate category. Then, select another category if needed. After that, confirm the categories and close the drop-down. Now, set the estimated ARR value. Finally, the company record displays all entered details. You can add a contact or return to the list. In the next section, we'll explore how reordering columns works. Click the domains column header to reorder. Next, move it right. Then, move it further right. After that, sort by funding raised. Finally, save this view. After this, let's walk through sorting by column. Move the domains column left. Next, move funding raised left. Then, sort funding raised descending. Finally, save your view. After this, let's walk through editing a display format. Click the menu icon for the funding column. Next, choose No Decimals. Then view the formatted currency values. In the next section, we'll explore how adding a calculation works. Click Add Calculation to enhance data. Next, pick Average from options. Then, see Average Funding displayed for analysis. Up next, let's discover how adding to list works. Start by clicking the Add to List button in the sales pipeline. Enter the company name in the designated field. Select the company from the drop-down. Next, click the Priority field. Pick an option from the Priority drop-down. Then, enter the estimated contract value. After that, click the Projected Close Date field. Choose a date from the calendar. Moving on, click the Close Confidence field. Set your confidence using the star rating. Finally, click the Add to List button. The new card is now in the prospecting column with all entered information. Up next, let's discover how reordering a pipeline works. Drag the sweet green deal from prospecting. Drop it into meeting. The deal is now in meeting. Next up, let's take a closer look at sharing a list. In the sales pipeline view, click the Share button. Next, a list access popover appears. Then select a user from the drop-down. After that, add John Smith with full access. Moving on, highlight your row, Alex Smith. Next, adjust John Smith's access level. Then, set his permissions to read and write. Finally, click Invite to grant access. Following this, we'll move on to replying in thread. Open the comment on the deal. Type your reply to the comment. Click Reply to post it. Your reply is now visible in the thread. Coming up next, we'll dive into reacting to a comment. React to a comment using an emoji. Next, choose an emoji. Then add the emoji as a reaction. Up next, let's discover how marking as resolved works. First, click the More Options icon on the comment. Next, select Resolve Comment. Finally, the comment is resolved and removed from the panel. Now let's explore the next topic, showing resolved comments. Access the Options menu. Select Show Resolved Comments. Resolved comments appear. Close the menu. The next feature we'll cover is adding an integration. In your sales pipeline, click the More Options icon. Next, hover over Add Integration. Then click Add Slack Notification. After that, select a Slack channel. An error appears. Choose a workspace. Then, select a channel again. Pick a Slack channel. Moving on, click Create Notification. Wait as the notification is created. Finally, see a success message confirming the Slack notification. Next up, let's take a closer look at switching group view. View the sales pipeline as a Kanban board. Next, open View Settings. Then, choose a new grouping field. Finally, the board is now grouped by deal size. Coming up next, we'll dive into hiding columns. First, adjust your sales pipeline view. Next, toggle the visibility for specific columns. Finally, see your updated board with selected changes. After this, let's walk through showing attribute labels. Toggle attribute labels for a clearer view. Now see detailed card information. Up next, let's discover how reordering attributes works. Hide the close confidence attribute. Next, re-enable it. Finally, return to the pipeline view. The next feature we'll cover is editing an attribute. First, access the view settings to customize deal cards. Next, select Edit attribute for the contract value. Then, adjust the currency in the edit modal. After that, save your changes. Finally, see the updated deal value in pounds. Moving forward, let's see how adding a person is done. Start by clicking the Add Person button. Next, enter the person's name in the input field. Then, pick a record from the drop-down list. After that, click the Add to List button. Moving on, the contact is added. Add an attribute column next. After this, let's walk through adding attribute columns. Add a new attribute column to your contacts list. Next, select an attribute for the column. Then, create the column. After that, see your new column added. Moving on, add more columns like company and phone numbers. Next up, let's take a closer look at adding a phone number. Click to add a phone number. Enter the new phone number. Continue typing the phone number. Click outside to save the number. The number is saved. Select the contact name. The contact list displays the updated number. Right next, let's check out adding a status. Create a new status attribute. Enter the status name. Set a default value. Choose from available statuses. The next feature we'll cover is removing from list. Select Wendy Brooks to begin multi-selecting contacts. Next, click the More button for bulk actions. Then choose Remove from List. After that, confirm removal in the modal. Wait as the records are deleted. Finally, see the updated list with 30 contacts. Up next, let's discover how searching attributes works. In Contact Settings, find the Attributes tab. Next, activate the search field. Finally, search by typing Stat to filter attributes. Coming up next, we'll dive into filtering attributes. In Contact Settings, select the Filter option. Next, pick some options in the drop-down menu. Then, apply the text filter. Finally, view the filtered attributes with one active filter. In the next section, we'll explore how editing an attribute settings works. We're on the Contacts Settings page. Click to edit the status attribute. Now, you see the Edit Attribute modal. Click to edit the In Progress status. Toggle the confetti setting on. Then, enter time in status. Finally, confetti is on, and time in status is set. Save changes to apply. The next feature we'll cover is duplicating an attribute. Open the Context menu to duplicate the attribute. Next, configure the duplicated attribute and save changes. Finally, see the new attribute listed. Up next, let's discover how archiving an attribute works. Archive the status attribute. Confirm the archive action. Attribute archived with an undo option. Manage another attribute or leave settings. The next feature we'll cover is editing workspace access. Select Full Access in the Permissions tab. Next, choose Read and Write from the drop-down. Then, permissions are updated to Read and Write. Now, let's explore the next topic. Filtering import history. On the Import History page, click the Filter button. Next, choose the Status option. Then, toggle Only Imports by Me. Finally, view the filtered completed imports. After this, let's walk through deleting a draft. On the Import History page, select the draft's options. Next, choose to delete the draft. Then, confirm the permanent deletion. Finally, see the draft removed from the list. In the next section, we'll explore how filtering emails works. View company emails. Next, open filters. Then, choose Has Attachments. Finally, see filtered emails. Now, let's explore the next topic, managing access. Click the Manage Access button. Next, enter a user to add. Then pick a user from the list. After that, click the Grant Access button. Finally, confirm the user has access. The next feature we'll cover is adding a person, company. Click to add a person to the company team. Next, search and select the person's record. Then, confirm their addition to the team. Up next, let's discover how creating a note, company, works. Create a note for the company. Next, edit the note template. Then, save the new note to the list. After this, let's walk through uploading a file. On the Files tab, click Upload File. Next, the file 5.png is uploading. Then 5png is uploaded and listed with a date. Finally, preview the image and close to return. The next feature we'll cover is creating a folder. On the Files tab, click Create Folder. Next, enter a name for the new folder. Then, click to save the folder name. Finally, see the new folder in the list. Following this, we'll move on to notifications. Filter the company list. Next, a new notification appears. Then, view the notification details. Finally, check the Requests tab, which is currently empty. Coming up next, we'll dive into creating a task. On the Main Tasks page, click the New Task button. A Create Task modal appears. Type the task description. Next, click the Today button to open the calendar. Select a due date from the calendar. With the due date set, click Add Record. A drop-down menu appears. Select a record to link. The record is linked. Now click Save. Click Save again to confirm. The task is created in the main task list. Following this, we'll move on to marking a task as complete. Change the task list sort order. Then complete the File Q3 Reports task. Next, see it in the Completed section. Now let's explore the next topic. Switching Group View, Tasks. View tasks by due date. Next, access View Settings. Then pick an option to group tasks. Finally, see tasks organized by assignee. Up next, let's discover how hiding completed tasks works. Adjust view settings to organize tasks by assignee. Next, hide completed tasks using the toggle. Finally, view tasks without completed ones. In the next section, we'll explore how creating from a template works. Click the text area to add content or select a template. Next, pick a template from the drop-down menu. Then, your note is ready for editing. Now let's explore the next topic, formatting text. Select a word to format it. Next, click to highlight. Then, remove the highlight. Now, select a new word. Make it bold. After that, deselect the text. Finally, continue editing or close the note. Moving forward, let's see how adding a link is done. Highlight the text to format it. Next, select the link icon. Then enter the website URL. After that, confirm to apply the link. Moving on, click away to deselect. Finally, see the clickable hyperlink ready to use. Up next, let's discover how adding to favorites notes works. Access the note options. Add it to favorites. It's now in your favorites list. Back to the main notes view. Next up, let's take a closer look at pinning to screen. Pin important notes for easy access. Next, hover over the pin icon to pin. After that, view the pinned note anywhere. In the next section, we'll explore how switching to list view works. Switch to list view. Now notes are organized with sortable columns. Right next, let's check out creating a template. In the Templates section, click Create Template. Next, enter your template content. Then close to save the CRM meeting template. Finally, see your new template ready for use. Following this, we'll move on to searching templates. First, we're on the Templates page. Next, use the search bar. Finally, see the filtered template list. The next feature we'll cover is creating an email template. Choose to create a new template. Next, enter the subject. Then, click to use the template. Finally, see the template saved in your list. Moving forward, let's see how renaming a template is done. On the Email Templates page, select the untitled template. Next, open the template content. Then, edit the template title field. After that, close the window. Finally, return to see the renamed template. Coming up next, we'll dive into adding advanced filters. Start by clicking the three-dot menu next to the filter. Next, choose Convert to Advanced Filter. Then, click plus Add Filter to add another condition. After that, select Country from the drop-down. Next, click Select Country to choose a value. Finally, see the updated report with both filters applied. Moving forward, let's see how selecting categories is done. Click the Segmented by drop-down. Next, toggle off Animation. Then close the category list. Finally, animation is removed from the report. Following this, we'll move on to turning off stack bars. Disable stacked bars for a clearer view. Next, save the updated report. In the next section, we'll explore how sorting values works. Sort the report alphabetically. Next, change the sort to amount. Then, view the contributing data. After that, save the configured report. Following this, we'll move on to view contributing data. Create a report to see contributing data. Then review the detailed source data. Moving forward, let's see how saving a report is done. Create a new report by clicking Save. Next, see the report being created. Then, close the confirmation dialog. After that, view your report in the new dashboard. Coming up next, we'll dive into creating a report map. Select the Insight report type. Choose companies from the data source. Click the Group By button. Toggle the Show Zeros option off. Open Bar Visualization drop-down. Pick Pie from the visualization list. Switch to Pie Chart. Reopen the visualization drop-down. Select Map from the list. Save the map report. Click the United States on the map. Coming up next, we'll dive into renaming a dashboard. We're on the dashboard page. Click the title field. Next, type the new name. Then click Add Report. Right next, let's check out adding a description. Enter a description for your dashboard. Next, click to save your description. Then see your dashboard updated with the saved description. Next up, let's take a closer look at editing dashboard access. In the dashboard, click Share. Next, manage workspace access. Then change permissions to read and write. Finally, note admin permissions can't change. In the next section, we'll explore how duplicating a report works. On the dashboard, click the More Options icon. Next, select Duplicate from the menu. Then, click the Duplicate Report Toast notification. After that, close the Edit Report view. Finally, see the duplicated report on the dashboard. Moving forward, let's see how deleting a report is done. Click the More Options menu for the second report. Next, confirm the deletion, then add a new report using the plus icon. Following this, we'll move on to adding a filter. Click to select a block in the workflow editor. Next, choose Filter from the available actions. Then, hover over Filter for a tooltip and click it. A filter block is added. Click Add Filter. After that, select Record from the drop-down. Next, click to select a country input. Type in the search field. Then, pick United States of America. After that, set the condition to exclude the United States. Finally, view the completed workflow with the task action added. Coming up next, we'll dive into adding a condition. Start by viewing the workflow editor and click the plus button to add a new step. Next, select If, Else from the list of actions. Then click Select Block for the Is True branch. After that, choose an object for the Find Records step. Moving on, reselect the If, Else block on the canvas. Click Select Block for the Is False branch. Then click Refresh block for loading configuration inputs. Next, view the configuration options for the Find List Entries step. Finally, check the completed workflow structure with both branches configured. Now let's explore the next topic, resolving an issue. Click the Publish Workflow button. Next, address the checklist issues. Then, define search conditions. After that, confirm the condition. Moving on, return to the checklist. Finally, resolve the remaining step. The next feature we'll cover is publishing a workflow. Click the Publish Workflow button. Next, confirm the publication. Then, dismiss the finalization notification. After that, view the workflow summary with a live status indicator. In the next section, we'll explore how duplicating a workflow works. Start by selecting the menu. Next, choose Duplicate Workflow. Then, confirm your choice. After that, access the original editor. Finally, see your draft workflow ready to publish. After this, let's walk through workflow runs detail. In the workflow editor, click the Runs tab. Next, click the Live button to trigger the workflow. Then, view the highlighted path of run number 61. Finally, see detailed information about run number 61. The next feature we'll cover is archiving a workflow. Sort automations by name. Next, open the menu for the selected workflow. Then, archive the workflow. After that, the workflow is archived with an archived status tag. Moving forward, let's see how filtering and sorting automations is done. On the Automations dashboard, sort the list by name. Next, apply a filter by creator. Then, choose a condition. After that, select a user for the filter. Finally, the screen shows no results. The next step is to create a new workflow or modify the filter. Next up, let's take a closer look at adding a workspace. On the dashboard, click Add New Workspace. Enter the company name. Then click Continue. Sync options appear. Click Continue without sync. Finally, view your new workspace dashboard. In the next section, we'll explore how removing profile picture works. Remove your profile picture easily. Now see the default avatar. In the next section, we'll explore how changing an email address works. On your profile settings page, click Change your email address. Next, enter your email. Then click Change email address. After that, check your inbox for a verification email. Next up, let's take a closer look at connecting a Google account. Click Connect Google Account. Next, wait for syncing. Then, see the In Sync status. Moving on, your Google account is successfully connected. In the next section, we'll explore how updating mailbox access works. Select Full Access in Email Settings. Next, confirm full access by typing the confirmation phrase. Then, click Grant Access. Finally, see Full Access as the default setting. Coming up next, we'll dive into adding to blocklist. On the Settings page, click the Blocklist tab. Next, enter an email address. Then, click Add to Blocklist. After that, the email is added, ready for more entries. Now let's explore the next topic, creating an email signature. Start in the Email and Calendar settings, then click Signatures. Next, click Create first signature. In the editor, enter a name for your signature. Then, format your text by selecting it. After that, open the text style dropdown. Next, choose a format. Finally, see your saved signature with the applied formatting. Next up, let's take a closer look at connecting a storage account. Click the Dropbox button to connect your storage. Next, Dropbox is successfully connected. Then, explore options for your Dropbox account. Coming up next, we'll dive into copying a referral link. On the referral page, click Copy Link. Next, link copied confirmation appears. Following this, we'll move on to editing notification settings. Toggle the Daily Digest setting. Then, enable email notifications for mentions. Finally, confirm changes to Daily Digest and mentions notifications. Following this, we'll move on to exporting workspace data. In the general settings, start a new export. Next, monitor the CSV export progress. Then, refresh to check the export status. Finally, download your completed CSV file. Up next, let's discover how deleting a workspace works. On the Settings page, click Delete Workspace. Next, confirm by typing your organization. Then, click the Delete button. Finally, you're redirected to the home page. The next feature we'll cover is resending an invite. On the Members page, click More options for the user. Next, choose Resend Invite. Finally, the invite status updates to Wait to resend. Now let's explore the next topic. Revoking an invite. Revoke an invite easily. Confirm the action. The list updates to reflect the change. Right next, let's check out Upgrade to Pro. On the Plans page, click the Current Plan button. Next, select the Billing Period dropdown. Then, choose the Annually option. After that, reduce the number of seats. Next, add workflow credits. Then, click the Scroll Down button. After that, fill out the billing and payment information form. Finally, confirm and upgrade your plan. Now let's explore the next topic, sorting credit usage. Access the main billing page to view usage details. Next, explore the workflow credits usage graph. Then, select the time period filter. Finally, analyze usage for the last 7 days. After this, let's walk through adding a payment method. On the Billing Settings page, click Add Billing Details. Next, enter your name and card information. Then, click Add Payment Method. After that, see your new payment method listed. Following this, we'll move on to uploading an avatar. Open User Management Settings. Choose Read Write Access. Update confirmed. Following this, we'll move on to copying an access token. Add a new access token. Click the copy icon. Token copied to clipboard. Right next, let's check out enabling OAuth. On the Developers Settings page, click OAuth. Next, toggle on OAuth Enabled. Finally, OAuth is active. Add a redirect URI to configure fully. Moving forward, let's see how creating a webhook is done. On the Developers page, expand the Webhooks section. Click to add a new webhook. Enter the target URL. Then, click to search events. After that, select relevant events. Click the Add button. Next, create the webhook. Finally, see your active webhook listed. Coming up next, we'll dive into deleting an integration. On the Developers page, click Delete Integration. Next, confirm deletion in the modal. Finally, see the success notification and start anew. Up next, let's discover how connecting an integration works. Select the Slack integration. Next, click Add Workspace. Then your Slack workspace is connected. Up next, let's discover how creating a custom object works. On the Objects Settings page, click the Create Custom Object button. Enter the plural noun. Then, click the Create Object button. After that, click the Appearance tab. Next, click the Import History tab. Finally, view the import history for the product's object. Now, let's explore the next topic, creating a custom object. On the Objects page, click Create Custom Object. In the modal, enter the plural noun. Next, click Create Object. The product's object is now created. Click the Appearance tab. After that, go to the Import History tab. Finally, review the import history for products. After this, let's walk through activating an object. Activate the Workspaces object. It's successfully activated now. Now let's explore the next topic, switching to dark mode. Click the Theme menu. Next, pick the dark theme. Then see the sales pipeline in dark mode. After that, view the contacts list with the dark theme. Coming up next, we'll dive into inviting a member. Click the Invite Teammates link. Enter your email. Type an email address. Finish typing the email address. Click the Send Invites button. Invitation sent successfully. After this, let's walk through keyboard shortcuts. Click the Keyboard Shortcuts link. Next, view the list of shortcuts. Next up, let's take a closer look at accepting an invitation. We're on the Attio welcome screen. Enter your email. An error message appears. Use a company email. Enter your company email. Check your inbox for a temporary password. Enter the temporary password. Set up your profile with your name and picture. Enter your profile information. Accept the invitation to join the workspace. Choose to sync your email and calendar or skip. Confirm skipping the sync. Welcome to Attio. Start exploring. You're now viewing the main companies list. The next feature we'll cover is logging out. Click Sign Out to leave the main dashboard. Next, sign in again to return. The next feature we'll cover is logging in. Enter your work email. Next, click Continue. Then check your inbox for a temporary password and enter it below. After that, click Continue. Moving on, select your workspace. Finally, you're on the dashboard of your organization. After this, let's walk through playing a video. We're on the website. Click the play button. Next, loading the interactive demo. Finally, explore the companies list. Up next, let's discover how Automations works. Navigate to the Automations page. Click to open the Automations submenu. Explore the Automations feature and click on the New Automations Library button. Discover pre-built templates for sales growth. Learn about creating better systems visually. Explore AI-powered automation possibilities. See how to integrate with your existing stack. Learn about designing automations with AI. Click to see the templates library. Browse the full automation template gallery. In the next section, we'll explore how subscribing to updates works. We're on the changelog page. Enter your email. Next, click Subscribe to updates. Then, the subscription is processing. Finally, subscription successful. After this, let's walk through help article detail. Start in the Lists section. Next, explore bulk update lists and views. Then, view bulk update with copy and paste. After that, scroll to see more details. Coming up next, we'll dive into Searching Help Center. Access the Help Center and click the search bar. Next, type Account to view recommended articles. Then select the relevant account settings article. Coming up next, we'll dive into template detail. Explore workflow automation templates. Select round-robin tasks outreach. Next, view the overview and workflow diagram. Then, follow the step-by-step guide. After that, check the Workflows FAQ or click Start for free. Right next, let's check out blog post. We start on the blog index page, then view the Introducing Attio Objects post. After that, explore the section on custom versus standard objects. After this, let's walk through searching developers. We're on the API documentation. Click the search bar. Next, type in the search field. Then, click the recipes filter. After that, adjust the search or filter. Coming up next, we'll dive into rating a page. At the bottom of the page, click No. Then, type your feedback in the comment area. After that, click Vote. Moving on, your feedback is submitted. Navigate to the next article. Moving forward, let's see how copying a code is done. Open the recipe. Next, review the steps and prepare to copy the code. Then click the copy icon. Finally, the code is copied. After this, let's walk through clearing a response. Encounter a 401 error on the List Objects API page. Next, click Clear Response after rerunning the failed request. Then correct the authentication token to retry. Moving forward, let's see how customer story detail is done. Explore customer stories. Next, dive into Modal's journey. Then, see the challenge, solution, and results. Finally, click Get Started for free to sign up for Attio. Now, let's explore the next topic, pricing. We're on the website. Click the pricing link. Next, select the annual toggle. Then scroll to compare features. After that, visit the FAQ section. Moving on, scroll to the bottom for more details. Following this, we'll move on to Refer a Team. Click Refer a Team on the website. Next, scroll to see the referral offer. Then learn the 3-step process to get your link. The next feature we'll cover is careers. We're on the website. The button says, Join the team. Next, click Open Positions. Then scroll to see photos of the team. After that, scroll to read about company values. Moving on, view investor logos. Next, scroll through open job positions. Finally, explore roles like Finance Manager or submit an open application. Moving forward, let's see how submitting an application is done. Fill out the application form. Next, click the Apply button. Finally, submission received. In the next section, we'll explore how security works. We're on the website. Click the security link. Next, explore security practices. Scroll down to Compliance Certifications. Then, view certification details. Proceed with Start for Free. Following this, we'll move on to Terms. We're on the website. Click the Terms and Conditions link. Next, scroll down the Terms and Conditions page. After that, read the Definitions section. Next up, let's take a closer look at 404. Click the Home link to return. Attio streamlines CRM management, empowering teams to optimize their workflows effectively.